Welcome back. All right, final review of the night, and I have to say that was a very impressive game by the Calgary Flames. They came out tonight and just full 60 minutes. This is that desperate hockey you want to see a team play. On the flip side, for Dallas, don't allow a record number of shots over a 60-minute game for the Calgary Flames because it's not a recipe for success. I feel bad for Ottinger. He could sue the defense for non-support tonight. This was, and the one thing is too, I do wonder if it's going to carry over into the next game. Remember, Calgary's going home, and so while momentum doesn't necessarily switch with one game to the next, the reality is that the Flames have clearly figured something out in this game, which is just everything on the net, everything, and so this went their way, even though they had to be frustrated after the first period. So it's Markstrom versus Ottinger. Both goalies are the story of this series. 11 forwards, 7 defensemen for the Flames. They don't even need a full 4 lines to put up the shots they do in this one tonight. Lucic was chirping Ben on the opening faceoff, probably telling him we're going to put up a record number of shots. Early press by the Flames, and they get an early power play, which was a problem for Dallas tonight, getting those because the early power play sets things up, right? And so it's a good way for a team to get momentum, even if it's not successful. Aggressive penalty kill. Sagan clears it out. It was killed off. No shots. However, the shots are 4-2 for Calgary at 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Nemesnikov had a rush that was defended. Pavelski couldn't bury one in close. There's a post for Heiskanen on a rush. Yarncroke has a tip that was saved. The Stars have a 2-on-1. Mangiapane defends that, prevents it from getting to the net. Toffoli was then robbed as the Flames press. Toffoli was robbed a few times tonight. Shots are 12-2 at the half. I didn't put for who because I knew exactly who it was because there was only one team that was getting all the shots at this point, and that was Calgary. Gaudreau to Tkachuk wouldn't go as they press. Gaudreau then slaps one over the net, and you could see his frustration in this game. You could totally see that Gaudreau was getting frustrated. By the end of this game, I think he feels better about things, and so we'll see if that carries over from one game to the next. Suter has a chance that's blocked. The Stars press. That draws them a power play. Klingberg has a shot that's blocked. Shorthanded Zadorov shoots wide. Stars couldn't set up. The Flames clear it out. Shorthanded rush for Dubé finishes the kill. Not only did they not get shots on the power play, they don't get a setup. So very good penalty kill by the Flames. No problem at all. Fox is then denied soon after. Hintz tips one wide. The shots are evening up. They do not stay that way. They looked like they were evening up, and then the Flames start to pull away again. We have Coleman denied on a 3-on-2. Zadorov has a blast that's held. Raffl fires one wide on a rush. Gaudreau then fires high on a rush. Again, just barely missing, right? The Stars giving up a lot of shots. And so in between periods, you would expect Rick Bowness probably sitting him down and going, look, we're allowing too many shots. If they did, it didn't get through. Second period, they got more, but they also allowed more. So 26 seconds in, the Flames get a power play. Again, the Flames getting that early power play. Gaudreau misses one wide. Fox clears it out. We then ended up with 55 seconds of 4-on-4. And then it would be a Stars power play. Now, the 4-on-4s were prominent the previous 2 games, not as prominent in this one. Lindell has a chance that's saved and held. Mangiapane couldn't bury on a 2-on-1. Everything gets killed off. Gaudreau to Lindholm, near miss on that one. Suter was denied. Good back and forth. The Flames press at 5 minutes. So the Flames are outplaying them. Sagan was denied in close. There's a post for Raffl on a break. Heiskanen then had a blast that was saved, so that's Dallas's portion of controlling things. Lucic then had one that was saved. Stone had a shot that was held. Both goalies just excellent. They're positioning very good, and if they can see it, they'll save it, all that wonderful stuff. Flames go back to the power play. There was a post for Anderson, and then we had 1 minute and 43 seconds of 5-on-3 for the Flames. Can't be undisciplined like that. Near miss for Lindholm. Toffoli blasts one high, and then Rasmus Anderson on the 5-on-3 scores from Tkachuk and Toffoli at 10:03. That was the 31st shot of the game for Calgary. We have just reached the halfway mark. They're on pace for 60. They don't quite get to 60, but they get pretty close. Stars killed off the 5-on-4. Sagan then has a chance that's broken up. Flames press with 7.5 minutes left. Dubé with a wraparound. That wouldn't go. The fans call a penalty. The ref does not. Stars get pinned down. Sagan ices it with everyone gassed. So that was frustrating to watch. But the Stars were then lucky because on the following faceoff, they end up drawing a power play. So they don't have to worry about the fact that there were guys on the ice that have been out there for 3.5 minutes. So that's a lot, right? So third power play, Hintz has a chance that's saved. Robertson's shot was held. There's a puck in the crease, but the Flames clear it out before Stars player can get to it. Things get punchy after a save by Markstrom. The power play is killed off. The Flames then had a 3-on-2 that was broken up. The Flames are getting chances. Gaudreau was robbed. Last minute, there's a press by the Flames. Ottinger already had 37 saves, and then it became 38 right as I wrote that. So I was like, okay, so that's 38. It's 1-0. So here's the thing. You're being outshot 39-22 through 2 periods, but it's only 1-0. So third period, I thought, Stars should come out with some energy. They should realize they can tie this and maybe try to steal it and go up 3-1. They did get the early press. Robertson couldn't bury. Hintz has a rush chance that's saved. But then Yarncroke and Dubé at the other end of the ice, they're denied. Lucic has a net feed. That wouldn't go, but the Flames had some momentum. There's a Snow Angel then by Markstrom on a Lindell chance. Nemesnikov was denied on a turnover. The Stars press. They draw power play. There's a shorthanded Backlund shot that's saved. There was a shorthanded 3-on-1. Tanev was denied on that. And I put lousy power play. Just like that. Shouldn't be happening. It's killed off. It managed 2 shots on the net. And the fans in attendance agreed with me. They started booing when that power play was killed off because that was their fourth. And then Johnny Gaudreau is awarded a penalty shot. And he scores on it. And he gets the deke move. He puts it 5-hole. And at 7:47, it's 2-0. That was the 45th shot by Calgary. We're 7:47 into the third period. Ref is told he sucks. And all I could think was, yeah, but Dallas already has 4 power plays and they haven't scored on any of them. So, might not be completely the fault of the ref on that one. I understood they were mad about the penalty shot, but I was fine with the penalty shot being awarded there. Gaudreau then nearly scores with Ottinger turned backwards, but doesn't. Dubé can't bury one on a rebound, which was on a rush, but then Lindholm, he makes it 3-0 from Gaudreau and Hanifin at 11:53. Now, I put series tied 2-2 as soon as Gaudreau got that goal, because I knew the way Markstrom was playing tonight, he was not allowing 2 goals. Not in this one. So, the one thing with the Lindholm goal, he wired it from the slot. There was no Stars player anywhere near him. You don't want to be leaving somebody who had 40 regular season goals by himself in front of the net. It's not a great defensive strategy. That was the 50th shot by Calgary. Like, what in the world? Seriously. Heiskanen then had a chance that was held. The Flames press with 6.5 minutes left. Things get punchy with 5:58 left. The Stars come out with a power play, so they pull the goalie for the 6-on-4, and they score during the 6-on-4. It's Sagan from Pavelski and Hintz at 15:03. But then with 4:36 left, I wrote, Raffle penalty ends it, because he goes to the box. That throws everything off. The Flames get a shot record for a non-overtime playoff game. So, from the Stars, I say you're welcome. With 2:56 left, we get a 4-on-4, and that becomes a Stars power play. They pull the goaltender with 2:30 left to make it 6-on-4. So the Stars, being gracious hosts, they go offside on the power play. Sure. So that's killed off. The Flames cleared out. Eventually, they get an empty net goal. It's Backlund from Yarncroke and Lewis at 19:38. It's basically just window dressing because they were ahead by 2 already, but that makes it 4-1. That's your final score. The series is tied at 2. It's headed back to Calgary. Your 3 stars in this one are Gaudreau, Ottinger, and Markstrom. The shots are 19-8 for Calgary in the first, 20-14 Calgary in the second, and then I guess they shot themselves out. They only got 15 shots in the third to 13 for Dallas. Final shots are 54-35 for the Flames. So while the scores may look like a boring, night to people, I'm sure after 2 periods it was 1-0 Calgary, and people are like, what a boring game. Lot of shots. Power plays, Calgary 1 for 5, Dallas 1 for 6. The hits, 29 apiece, because it was all shots, no hits in this one, comparatively speaking, with some of the other series. Markstrom saves 34-35. He was fantastic. Ottinger saves 50 out of 53. He was fantastic as well. And so now this series moves back to Calgary. So there you go. Good win for the Flames. Full 60-minute game. Desperate hockey. And for Dallas, they have to play the desperate hockey in Game 5. You do not want to be coming back to Dallas down 3-2. I think the Game 5s are going to be pretty intense affairs. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happen upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.